Hi, this is Tate with Blackbird Outdoors, blackbirdoutdoors.com. Today we're going to talk to you about the difference in the North American Rescue Pressure Trauma Bandage and the Israeli Bandage. Two of the most popular bandages out there for pressure type bandages. We know the biggest thing to get blood stopped is pressure and elevation, which is always a good idea, but these products are awesome. I am really going to tout this product right here. We carry these in the store at Blackbird Outdoors. They're a little bit cheaper than the Israeli Bandage, and I think they're much, much better built. And they're a much better training aid. Now, we've shown you in some of our other videos what we want in our trauma kit, the basic three main items we want there, but this is one of those big, important items. So, first of all, we're going to put on a Israeli Bandage. Now, Adam, our victim here, has had the unfortunate incident of being shot in both arms. So we're going to be bandaging those up as quickly as we can. The first problem I have with the Israeli Bandage is that it's double wrapped. So we're going to tear open the first package, we're going to pull out our bandage, and it is vacuum packed in a second bandage. So you'll see a lot of people carry these by themselves without the trauma bandage, inside, outside wrapping. The only problem is the instructions are written on the outside of the other package. So taking that out kind of eliminates it. Hopefully you don't have that problem. It's a little hard to get them open because they're not really cut for any kind of easy tear open, so sometimes it takes a little knife to get them open. But overall, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. The next thing is that this is not tied down at all, so if I drop it on the ground, it has the ability to roll open. So I didn't really care for that. The other newer bandage is designed with an actual Velcro, and we'll show you that here in a second. So I go ahead and I open it up. We take his arm. He's bleeding all over the place. We're going to roll it open. We're going to take this guy, put it over the wound. We're going to wrap it around, and we're going to hook it. If he can roll his arm here, we're going to hook it into our U here. It has a slit in the center. We're going to hook it down, hook it around. We're going to pull it up and put pressure on the wound. Now this is a little hard to do when I'm trying to show you guys on here on camera. But we're going to go ahead, and now that we've got it wrapped and we've doubled back on it, we're going to go ahead and wrap it around. Now the newer dressing has Velcro every so often. Now the Israeli Bandage uses a little stitch that goes all the way through the device, and you have to kind of snap that every so often. It's kind of a pain. Not the end of the world. Definitely not a bad product, just not as good as the new one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap him up, and if you look real close here, you can kind of see his blood vessels start to his veins start to pop out a little bit. That's showing that we got some pressure there. Now when we're all done with this, we're hoping that this has stopped the bleeding, and then we're going to go ahead and check and make sure he's got a good pulse still coming through here, and we shouldn't have any problem with that. We use him because he's got really good veins to show everybody. Now what we're going to have him do again is flip over his arm. See, maybe we can get it around this way. But we got a little hook here, same hook that's on the other bandage. But it allows me, I'm going to go ahead and lock that guy in on both sides. I'm going to have him spin his arm around so I can go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and lock it in. And lock it in again on the other side, and he'll flip it over. See, it locks it off. You can also use these as tourniquets, and if you watch some of the other videos, that is totally doable with both of them. And I really want to show you what they're used for. But you'll notice there's a massive color difference between his hand here. It is putting a lot of pressure on that wound and getting it to stop. Now he's going to hold it above his head, and we're going to try to make sure that he stays alive. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and use our new product on the other arm, because like I said, he's been shot twice. He's really in bad shape. We have what I really, really like about this. Even in low light situations, they have little red tear marks. And they're notched, so it's real easy to rip open the bandage, and there's no double wrapping. It's totally pointless to have a double wrapping item. Now, like I was talking about before, what happens if you drop the bandage? Well, it's Velcroed shut, so you can't get it too dirty on the inside, and hopefully you just dropped it on the ground and picked it back up. So I'm going to go ahead and break off that wrap. It also says both of them do safe. This side down, this is a little bigger. What we're going to do is go ahead and wrap this guy around. We're going to go ahead and put him around. Now this one, again, has little spots every so often, and I already went past one of them. But every so often it will hit a piece of Velcro that will allow us to not drop the bandage. So if we wore it, hangs there, and like I was showing you, the next one's right there. We're going to come around the wound, tape this guy off really good, kind of seal it in really good, and then we're going to, what about the pressure bar, everybody asked? We're going to make our own pressure bar. We're going to do 1 wrap, 2 wraps, pull over the top, and you'll see that pressure being put right on the Band-Aid. Now, if we're able to, and we have enough room where maybe this is not a leg wound or something like this, we're able to put 2 wraps on there. Now, once we've done that, we hit our next piece of Velcro. We're going to keep wrapping around, really sealing that guy in properly. And again, we have that same little clip system that has been really a good worker in the Israeli bandage era of items. So we're able to just clip that guy off, and it does have some really nice teeth that are going to lock it in. Now, some things that I really like between the two. One, this is a much better product. It is a better quality product. It's more like an Ace Bandage type material versus more of a cloth, stretchy cloth material. This one, in training purposes, like I always tell everybody, I'm not a rich person. I like to prep, and I want my family to survive if anything was to happen, natural disaster, whatever it be. This product I can use over and over and over and over again in training. This product is not very easy to use over and over and over again. I've actually taken this one and I've ground all the teeth out of the U-bar so it doesn't bite into the fabric every time. So I can kind of reuse this one. But even then, it breaks down every single time I use it. It gets a little worse, it gets a little bit more stretched out. Now granted, this is a one-time use item, but we got to practice with it. Now the military and people like that can go ahead and break open a new one every single time they're going to use that. You at home, you don't have that advantage. This is a cheaper product in, not in value, but in actual cost. These usually cost me about $2 or $3 cheaper for this version versus the Israeli Bandage. You're really getting the same amount of pressure, and if you notice, look at his hands here. I don't know if you guys can see that online, but there's a massive color difference where this has really slowed down the blood right here. Now, if we were to check his pulse, we're still getting a pulse on both sides, right on his, and we can still feel a pulse coming through there, which is real good. That's what we want. We want pressure, but we don't want to cut off the circulation. That'd be bad. Now that we've done that, we're able to kind of get him all ready to go. This is a great product, and I really, when I first saw these, I was like, oh, you don't have the actual pressure bar. You're not going to get the same pressure out of it. Like you can see, if anything, this pressure is more than the one with the pressure bar on it, and much easier to train in how to use. Like I said, way more reusable. Definitely something I recommend. So this is Tate and Adam with Blackbird Outdoors. We're signing out, and as always, have a great day. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.
Perfect timing.